Everybody for coming, and I guess the whole purpose of this is, I got a little more onto the gas than it probably should be. It should deal with the unintended consequences of legislation and what's going on. I think everybody in this room has to understand that our economy has switched and we've become a very much a public sector type economy, which is funded by the private sector that sits in this room. You have an obligation, if you wish to make things change, to get involved. We haven't been involved because we've been too busy running our businesses. But you are the source for what happens around here. So we have a lot to complain about. We all should be looking at the mirror and looking at ourselves first, because that's where the finger should point. We typically haven't been involved. I haven't been involved. I'll take the front on that. But they have to hear from us. This email stuff is not for me, but they get flooded with it. They love it. I don't know why, because you guys hold the message. Now, with that in mind, the unintended consequences, and I'll offer this up for you folks as a personal example. The county just passed their highway use bill, and it has a target on it for any trucks that are heavy and frequent use of highways. I personally take exception to that, because my business, which builds the schools, and builds the hospitals, and builds the roads, and builds the bridges, is clearly in their crosshairs. I didn't have a target, so I wore a flag. And the fact is you folks are in the same boat. So you better get out and let them hear your voice. There's a moratorium before the town of Oneonta, which Woody and I don't agree on the interpretation, but it's that Swiss cheese bill that Pete was talking about. It's subject to interpretation. It's going to come back and bite everybody in this room. And it's geared to do one thing, and that's to prevent gas, but it's going to have unintended consequences against everybody in this room. So Wednesday at 10 o'clock there is a county board meeting. I would encourage to get people going there, because as we've been told, the other side will be clearly represented there. And the other side, that's the NIMBA. They don't want it in our community. On the 10th at 7 o'clock, I believe there's a town board meeting in the town of Oneonta. For those of you in the town, you may want to try to show up for that. But please get involved, bring your friends, and make it grow.